Let's ride. Good morning fellow riders, mga ka-rides. As you can see, I am now driving a super sports. This is the legendary Yamaha YZF R1. This bike produces 152 horsepower, 10,500 RPM, and 104.9 Newton meters of torque at 8,500 RPM. This is a liquid cooled inline 4, 5 valves per cylinder, so that's a total of 20 valves. Fuel injected. One good thing about liter bikes, there's always power everywhere. From first to the top gear, you can really feel the power. That's why this bike is not really for beginner riders. If you're used to driving smaller displacements like 150 cc's or 250s, I suggest you try first the 600s or 700s. Because I'm telling you, this bike, this is really crazy fast. A lot of horses. According to the cycle world, way back 2002, this bike can go from 0 to 60 miles per hour or 0 to 100 kilometers per hour just 2.9 seconds. The claimed fuel economy is around 15 kilometers per liter average. So just do the math. 17 liters fuel tank capacity multiplied by 15. So the range is pretty good. The brand new price of this bike in the Philippines is around 1.2 million, I think, or more, because they already released the R1M, which I think is around 1.6 or 1.7 million pesos. Though the engine of this particular R1 is not yet the crossplane, the CP4, because the CP4 was produced in 2009. This is a 2003 model, I think. But in my opinion, honestly, you won't think that this bike is really outdated when it comes to its looks. And the power of this bike can still keep up. The power of this bike can still keep up the performance. Even if you go with the newer models now, you will hear that the sound of this bike is different compared to the newer R1s, because the newer R1 has a different crank design, which is the crossplane. So a lot of explanations in the YouTube about crossplane versus flat plane engines. So you can just check those videos. So this is a flat plane engine. That's why it sounds almost like a bumblebee, or maybe a cow. For me, it doesn't sound like a bumblebee, but it sounds like a crying cow. Ma, ma. What I like about this bike is this bike feels very raw. Yeah, because it was produced way back in the early 2000s. But for me, honestly speaking, I like this bike because of its rawness. For me, I enjoy this bike because it gives me the freedom of riding it, you know. But of course, some people Some people will say better technology, better bike, but it's them, and I have a different opinion. And once you twist the throttle, spot on, you will really feel the power of that 1000cc engine. Okay, maybe we will make a U-turn here. First, make a stop over, stretch a little bit. This is the aftermarket exhaust, the Tose, which makes the sound like a thunder. So it's really noisy, and honestly it gets all the attention of everyone, which I don't really like, but I cannot help it because that's the sound that it gives. So you have the thick 190/55 Bridgestone tires, which I think gives good traction. So you see the marks front. The tire size is 120 70 17. To the right, engine kill switch. So the dimmer lights, the headlights, electric starter switch, and then here high beam, low beam, left and right signal lights, and then horn. So that's it. No fancy text, no TFT display, just pure raw awesomeness. So this bike is a monster, really. This is the first super sports that I have ridden, and for me, I honestly fell in love with this bike the moment I rode this. I like the size, the shape, the sleek design of the bike. Having a bike like this, you have to consider first the maintenance cost, because it doesn't end in purchasing one, but also you have to consider maintenance cost, oils, fluids, and all the wear and tear, like the brake pads, tires, very expensive parts. For me, I will not recommend this for daily use because of the driving position, which is very aggressive. Your chest is almost touching the top of the tank. Driving this for, let's say, 100 kilometers, 120 kilometers, I think it will be fine. You just have to figure out your sweet spot. You can maybe try to figure out the driving position that you prefer, so that you'll be able to survive. But I think it's no big deal. So let's see. Yeah, I am 5'9.5". This is how I look when riding this bike. So still flat foot, perfect, because you can also adjust the seat height from the rear shocks. And this is how it looks like when you're already riding this bike. This is the relaxed position for me. And then if I want to go fast, so I will have to be in this position. Nice. The claimed top speed of this bike from the cycle world is around 269 kilometers per hour, But some people claim that this bike can go up to 299 kilometers per hour. So maybe it depends on the rider, or the, I don't know, or maybe the weight of the rider. But 270 or 216 kph is still scary, especially here in our place. We don't have expressways like that, so here cruising at around 140 kph is more than enough, because this is just a small province. And that's all for this review, and I hope you liked our video. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and hit that bell for more videos. And thank you for watching.
Shoutout sa tropa ko sa Ilnido, kila Bunso, kila Botbot. Shoutout po sa Mama Doors Kitchen. Punta po kayo dito, masarap ang ulam namin.
Okay, sa San Jose ito ha, San Jose. Oh, ayan, oh, ayan yung katabi, oh. Okay, shoutout, maraming salamat.
Shoutout pala. Hi, kamusta? Ismabaw pala.
Chicks, wala?
Wala. Bawal yun.
Oh, sige, sige.
Thank you, sir.
Sige sir, salamat po. So once again, this is your bro, and just reminding you to always ride safe and stay alive. God bless.